guys, I am Kirsten, the problem solving teacher and Teachers Pay Teachers author. Today I am going to be talking about batching my blogs. So over the course of May I tried a few different things with my schedule. Some worked out the way that I liked and some did not. One of the things that I did that I really liked the way it turned out and what it did for me was batching my blogs. So batching is not a new concept to me. It's something I've heard about for a really long time, but I am also working during nap time and bedtime. So batching is only an option in some senses of the word. It's not like I can sit down and do the whole day and do one task for that whole day and get it all done. It's more that I can work on it for, say, a week and kind of get that mindset going for a week. So the way I batch is a little bit different than other people, but it's still batching in a sense. So I batched my blogs for June. So at the end of May, I took the last week of May and I just focused on blogging and writing my blog and trying to get my blog for the entire month written, or at least the rough draft written in that week. Now, I wish I could have done it all in one day, because then I really would have been in a writer's mindset and been able to just keep it and keep going. But again, that's not how I get to batch things, really. So for me, so when you think about batching, if you've never done batching before, and I'm throwing this word around and you're like, what is she talking about? Batching is when you do like tasks together so that you stay in gear, so that you stay in that mindset. So finishing a run for me is always easier if I never stop. If I stop, it's a lot harder to get going again. Baking a batch of cookies instead of doing one cookie at a time, that it's way easier than doing one cookie at a time. Baking 4 kinds of cookies, which is what I often do. I bake 4 kinds of cookies all at once rather than bake one kind one day, one kind the next day. I usually just am like, okay, I'm gonna do it, and I get it done. Get all the mixing done in like half an hour. And getting my toddler to the store is way easier when I'm already out doing something else. Trying to get him to leave what he's doing multiple days in a row is really hard, but if I do it when we do his task, his gymnastics class, and then I go to the store, it's so much easier. Wrapping all my Christmas presents at once instead of doing it after each shopping trip. So anytime you're doing a task all at once rather than spreading it out. So for me, batching is more like I'm going to stay in the writer's mindset all week, and during my quiet nap time, working time, where I can really focus, that is when I'm going to do all of my writing. So for the month of June, the last week of May, I said, okay, I'm going to try it. And for that last week of May, I batched all of my June blogs. So the final drafts are not done. I still have to edit them, but the rough draft that is like somewhere between 2 and 4 pages on Google Docs, that's done. So this is how I did it. I thought about June. At least in Massachusetts, schools end in June. So I thought about all the things that I as a teacher wish I had known more about during that time. Things that relate to my products, keeping students engaged, end of year activities, how to manage the last day, how to clean out a classroom, all those kinds of things that some teachers might not know about yet. So I brainstormed a list of topics that I thought would be relevant for this time. Then I kind of put them in order of what a teacher might want to read first, second, third. And then I researched search engine optimization. So if you don't know what search engine optimization is, SEO, I talk a little bit more about it in some of my other videos, particularly the one right before this. I talk a little more about search engine optimization. So I searched for key terms that might help me rank on Google with search engine optimization. Then I researched the topic online, not to steal people's ideas and to see what they had written, but to see what's out there, to see if there's a need for it, if my take on it and my viewpoint of it is different, and it is, and to just kind of get a feel for what else is going on, not to copy what somebody else has done. And then I wrote. So each day, so first I brainstormed my list of topics, I put them in order, and then each day I would do a little research on SEO, a little research on the topic, maybe 10 minutes. I didn't spend a huge amount of time on that because I have limited time for writing. And then I wrote, and I wrote until it was done. So now I have all my rough drafts for the month of June. I just have to go through and edit them. I think it usually takes me about 10 minutes per blog post to edit. So I just have to go through and edit those. And it feels really great knowing that the rough draft of all those blog posts is done, especially as we head into summer and there's more things to do. And sometimes, even though it feels like there's going to be more time for my TPT store and my TPT business, it could end up being less time. All right, so hopefully that gave you a little information about batching and how I've kind of implemented it on a little bit of a different way than everybody else, but still keeping the same general feel of what it's supposed to be. So if you haven't tried batching, think about a place where you can try it in your own business and see if that helps you just kind of be more productive and get more done. Okay, don't forget to like and subscribe if this video helped you. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell. I'd love to hear what kinds of things you've batched or what you might try batching and how it turns out for you. Leave some comments below. Have an awesome day.